Hey, you want to learn how to do a mini bulk and mini cut for maximum fat loss, minimal muscle loss, maybe even gain some muscle? Watch this.
Our first caller is Thomas from Utah.
My question revolves around whether it would be better to bulk or cut first. And the context is I'm 28 years old, been consistently lifting for probably 10 years, 6'7", 250 pounds. And, I've done successful bulks and cuts in the past. I kind of get the mind fuck, right? Where when I'm cutting, you feel smaller and weaker, but you look good with your shirt off. And when you're bulking, you feel strong in the gym, but you kind of get the, man, I'm getting chubby. And so my question is basically, from this point where I'm at, is it preferable or easier to, try to bulk up, get to a weight and size that I really like, and then lean down while preserving muscle, or lean out first, get shredded, and try to bulk from there while keeping a low body fat percentage?
Okay. We need a little bit more information. By the way, you're a big dude, 6'7",
yeah.
250.
We do need a little bit more, but I could tell you it's going to be bulk first, then cut.
Yeah, but do you know how many calories you're eating a day right now, Thomas?
Yeah, so it depends. When I go through cuts, I'm usually at like 3,200. If I'm bulking, I'm up closer to 4,000.
Okay. You know what? I like what Adam said, but there's no reason why you can't do mini cuts and mini bulks. So if you're trying to build like lean body mass, minimize fat gain, there's no reason why you can't do like a 3-week mini bulk followed by, I don't know, a 2-week or 1.5 week mini cut if you want to trend towards building. If you want to trend towards getting leaner, you can kind of reverse that a little bit and go 3 to 2 or 3 to 1.
I love 3-1 right here. Three weeks of bulking followed by a week of cutting. 3 weeks of bulking followed by 1 week of cutting.
And it's a small surplus, small deficit, all while having really good exercise programming. But the bulk obviously outweighs the cut because it's 3 weeks versus 1. But just like that, and just keep it nice and consistent and focus on your workout programming. And what you should see with that is some nice consistent lean body mass gains with minimal fat gain. And if anything, if you do this right, you may actually get yourself a little leaner.
I think you'll get leaner. Yeah. If you do this right, you'll lean out. If you don't go too dramatic on the swings, right? So when you go to and for your size, 6'7", 250, I think obviously I don't know exactly where your metabolism's at and your activity, but 4,000 calories is a good, healthy amount of calories. It's not crazy, definitely not for your size. So 4,000 calories when you're bulking, and then when you're cutting around 3,000 is not bad. And so, and doing the 3-1 like that, I think would be great. Are you following? What's your program?
Yeah, which programs have you done of ours yet?
I've got pretty much all of them. I think the only ones I don't have are Powerlift and the new Symmetry. So I started running anabolic probably a year and a half ago. I was like 230, and I've worked up to 250, and I think I'm around 10 or 11% body fat. So I stayed pretty lean doing it, but I kind of just cycle through different math programs.
Okay. Dude, you're a unit. 6'7", 250, 10%, 11% body fat.
Yeah, dude.
Holy cow. Yeah, MAPS Anabolic really works.
Hey, it's all the Mind Pump programs and sponsorships.
We appreciate that.
No genetic factors.
You were 6 foot when you started. You got to gain 7 inches of height on that too.
Jeez,
Thomas, I'm going to send you MAP Symmetry because it's one of our most valuable programs by far.
Okay.
One of our most valuable, and you've been working out for a little while, big dude, you got a lot of muscle on you. I think you'll notice some imbalances, and after Symmetry, going back to a program like Anabolic or Aesthetic, it's like you'll feel a huge difference. So
I've never really done the ISO training, so that'll be awesome.
Oh yeah, it's only the first 2 weeks. After that, it's a lot of unilateral training, but then you finish off with 5x5. Yeah, and I think you'll really like the way you feel afterwards.
Well, hey, I love it. 3 weeks bulk, 1 week cut, and then kind of run Symmetry as soon as I finish strong here. That'll be awesome.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for calling in.
Hey, thank you guys. Awesome to talk to you. Thanks for all you do.
You got it.
Thanks, Thomas.
Yeah, that mini cut, mini bulk, kind of ratio or strategy is really good because the challenge with bulking is in the beginning, it's very muscle anabolic. At some point, it starts to trend more towards body fat, right? And then with a cut, it's like you get the fat loss, but then you stay on it long enough, and then you're fighting muscle loss, right? one way to counter that is to alternate.
I also love the psychological part of it.
Yeah,
You know, one
that's
of
true.
the hardest things about bulking or cutting for an extended period of time is just that, you know, man, I've just
It
been,
gets so mundane.
yeah, it does get mundane. When I used to be in these long bulks, right? Because I was in bulks forever when I was younger. It'd be like, oh my God, I'm stuffing myself. All I'm doing is having, and like you're just constantly thinking about overeating all the time. And then the reverse is true when you're cutting. It's like, oh my God, I've been starving for weeks and weeks, and it's like, I feel like I can do anything really hard and consistent for 3 weeks. You know, so having these, and you could even go 2-2-1. You know, you suggested that even as an option. Like, so if you have a hard time sticking to something for 3 weeks, that would be the other recommendation, because I love just interrupting that. Like, oh, okay, I can be disciplined for 2 or 3 weeks straight, and then I get to go the other direction. I just think it's great psychologically, and I think it does better for the body too.
Yeah, and studies show, they call them diet breaks in studies, that people actually lose more body fat and preserve more muscle doing something like this. And bodybuilders have done this for a long time. I don't like the way that bodybuilders talk about it, like cheat meals and stuff like that. But it's been observed for a long time that it just works better. I think a big part of it has to do with the psychological piece, for sure.
Yeah.